therefore to be justified or justified. Whatever. That's what I think. How do you get that from the foundation? It simply means you don't know the right from wrong. How do you get that from just a word that simply means you don't know right from wrong? You can ask it over and over. Innocent or guilty. That's not what the fucking definition means. Yeah, you can ask. Why don't I bring up the definition again? You did. We read it. Definition again. Hold on, guys. That doesn't mean I'm going to answer a question. I said I think we should put a pin in it because we're going to go in circles about what amoral agents, whatever. I think that's a moral sense. Unconcerned. I agree with that. Lacey, are you okay? Not a moral agent. But you're confusing yourself, though. No, I'm not confusing myself. I just don't believe. I literally agreed with Misty. This does not say this does not say it. Oh, the person is now guilty or not guilty. Then say that to Misty as well, because she is saying that they can't be justified or unjustified. She said they're innocent, so say that to her as well. I agreed with her. Innocent. Pause. Okay. I didn't say anything about the fetus in the womb being innocent, guilty. I was saying okay, that this would be an amoral entity that would lack the volition of being innocent or guilty. Therefore, it could not be pressed upon the law. And I agree. So what are we even arguing about? Okay. Okay, Miss spoke on that point on everything. I was talking.
Team deathmatch. You're clear to engage any and all hostiles in the AO.
Tossing tactical. Littles up. Lethal going out.
She said, yes, I did. Yeah, you conceded to that. No, I didn't concede. I said that we could have put it in, so I don't even know that you get an answer on something I haven't thought about.
Yeah, that's good.
Tactical out. Wrong side.
Old man.
We've lost the lead.
Tossing tactical. Lethal going out.
Secured the lead.
Tactical out.
Taking the lead.
Lethal's up.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Well, Misty must be away at the moment. I was just going to tell you real quick.
Tossing tactical. I'm hit.
We've taken the lead.
3 times now. That's why. There's nowhere with you. I just don't want to have the same conversation with
Lost the lead.
We've had 3 conversations now. Clearly, it was a conversation.
Lethal going out.
It is 3 times now. I've talked to you. I just don't want to have the same conversation with the same person. I just don't want to do it. I can be running. You can say, oh, she's running, but I've been up here for over an hour now. And, you know.
Enemy UAV active.
I'm all here.
Hey, good, Scott. Go ahead.
Tactical out.
She said
Lethal's up.
Hostile UAV in the area.
consideration to A and B.
Getting lit up.
Alright, yeah, just go ahead. Give us this.
Friendly SAE on the way.
Lethal going out.
kids and say, saying, maybe I'm wrong on this. Maybe this is something I need to look at, and so on and so forth.
Tactical out!
Right? When
The enemy is gaining ground. Push them back.
Tactical! Back.
We've secured the lead.
Charlie top.
Lethal's off! Requesting recon at my location.
Copy that. Online and also
Loading fresh mag. Ammo here.
Friendly mosquito deployed.
Tactical out!
Standing by.
Oh, shift your fire! Tossing tactical! Lethal going out!
RTB at this time.
Time is half over. Maintain the lead.
Right on target.
Tactical out!
Yeah, well, we would just say
Lethal's off!
if it is the case that you don't value entities, sentience that you would value.
Switching mag! Taking fire!
Maybe that doesn't matter. But you would value the old man, even if he only has so if you give a necessary condition there, well then it's just true that he would have consideration of the charges with
Lethal going out! I'm hit!
Sentience, sentient entities with no harm.
I'm taking
Enemy is
Get to cover! Right? That concept of what this entity would experience is
Lethal's off!
careful
I've never felt so low!
which you did admit so you understand say they are.
Lethal's going out!
I mean, that's.
Yes, I am.
I mean,
They were asking for me.
Incoming! Tossing tactical!
Contradiction is that she's
Targets in the area.
was saying that
Tactical! Lethal's off! Taking fire!
friendly cruise missile approaching target. Got him on the
Tossing
run.
tactical! Lethal going out! Getting lit up!
Friendly mosquito deployed.
Okay, so let's
The mission is work.
sentience is a necessary condition for more
Touch
consideration.
neither
Go ahead and
response.
give us the reason why you're not being.
Yeah, well, I did say that I do value sentience in animals and humans. I just value it differently. I think that we cannot sit here and value a pig and a person the same way.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Yeah, I mean, there should be a good reason as to why if sentience is a necessary condition.
Yeah. Well, we just function differently. We have different forms, different levels of intelligence and sentience, all in all. And then someone had said, well, do you think that a fully grown elephant has more sentience than like a newborn baby? Like, obviously, yeah, but I think that humans and animals have different sentience. They have different forms of intelligence, and I think we just value. I think we all, even people that are vegan or aren't vegan or whatever, they still value animals. We don't abuse animals, but we still eat them. Like we still value
No,
them.
well, that's
We
where,
don't eat animals
yeah,
either.
that's where you're wrong. So just to be clear, it's that,
Are you vegan?
wait, one second.
Yeah.
So, just to be, yeah, she is vegan. So just to
I
be
want
clear,
you to call it ethical vegan. I think it's unethical. I have an obligation. I have a worldview that entails an obligation to the most vulnerable amongst us. And cockroach falls under that for me.
so
Are you religious?
just wait, one second.
Just read. Just read.
Do it doesn't. Even if
It doesn't. I'm not trying to get you on anything. I'm really just curious. Like, are you religious?
yes,
Like Christian?
yes.
Like I said, no gotcha. No, are you? I was just curious.
I mean, it's anyway, but if it is the case that, yeah, that's fine. So if it is the case that sentience is a necessary condition, there, you saying that, well, I don't value these other sentient beings at the same level because of these extra things that you have.
Or I hate to say that, but I just
Yeah, that's.
like, we don't. I mean, even you don't value animals and humans the same. Would you tell a
Oh,
would
how
you
do you
go?
know that?
Because I'm gonna tell you. Would you go up to
You
your
told me.
again? I'm gonna tell you. Would you go up to like your little sister or something and be like, sit, get in your cage, sit, eat from this bowl on the ground? Would you tell your sister that?
No.
Okay, so you clearly do value humans and animals the same as well. But for a dog, completely normal. You tell your dog to sit.
No, I don't.
Your dog eats from a bowl on the ground. Your dog has a cage. You put your dog in a leash and take it for walks. Maybe you don't.
Just to be
That's what we
clear,
do with dogs. Maybe you
just
don't.
to be,
But
just to
we
be
do
clear,
with dogs. Would you do that to humans?
One second, Adam. First off, that presupposes that sentience is a necessary condition. It's not. It's a necessary condition for you. So harmful anything. Well, I don't see why you're trying to equalize these things for me. I don't see it as a necessary condition. You do.
To point out that humans, all of us, value animals, or maybe not all, I guess anyone but vegans, value animals, and not even that, even vegans value humans and animals differently.
Yeah, but we have reasons as to why.
Yeah,
You don't.
they do.
Well, that's just add. Like I said, you just threw it in there. If you're saying that sentience is a necessary condition for moral consideration, then it should also be the case that sentient animals fall under this. They should have the same moral consideration as humans.
I understand that.
You're saying, oh, they have different. Well,
They do.
if you're saying that, then there needs to be some type of distinction there. If you're just throwing this in now, that's that.
Human sentience is far different than, say, the sentience of my cat.
What's the great distinction in between these two sentient beings?
Intelligence, perception, even pain, many. Oh, honestly, like
Animals feel pain. Animals also have
I
perception.
understand that. I said it's just different. I didn't say they don't feel
Exactly.
pain. When did I say that?
Yeah, that's a trait distinction, which means traits that would be distinct from the animal, which make us more valuable in a sense of where it would be.
Again, all of those things.
More
I'm sticking to that answer. All of those things: pain, intelligence,
like I said,
perception.
Animals have these.
Yep, they do, but not in any of the same degree, and not all animals do either.
Well, that just wouldn't matter. I don't see how that matters because I could just trait equalize. I can just trait equalize this.
I'm told, like in the case of a newborn, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
Actually,
Yeah, but I can just
The
trait
young baby would be more sentient than a newborn.
that's right.
That's fine, guys. Look. I can just trait equalize this to say that, yeah, this newborn here is going to be very highly disabled. Its perception and pain is going to be all off, in which it would just equalize it to that of an animal. Would it be okay for us to treat this highly disabled newborn like an animal, or just like what, eat it? What would be wrong with that?
It's so funny how we go down the same path.
I don't see what.
They brought up cannibalism. Literally in this conversation, they brought up cannibalism.
Yeah.
It's so insane to me. I can't answer.
Hold on for a second. And I wanted to bring up, but I didn't want to be a jerk, right? That I would say that putting water in Cheerios would be aesthetically displeasing to me.
I never said that. You can.
Yeah.
You're
Just-
framing it in a way that's making me look bad, and that's very smart. Great job. But that's not at all what I said. Just when I go back, we can redo it.
Let's go ahead and get back
She's
to
not
the question.
repeating it back because that's not what I said.
Abby,
It's
let's
not
get
repeating
back to the
anything.
question.
Yeah, and I'm going to answer it.
Yeah, so what would be wrong with making that
That's-
highly disabled newborn that has very diminished traits of that humans have, that in which it would equalize it to a pig or something? What would be the wrong maker in eating that child?
Well, like I said earlier, the way of killing it really doesn't matter.
So can we eat it?
The value human sentience and animal sentience differently always. It's always
Yeah,
different.
but that's
It is still a sentient being. It is still a sentient human being, which automatically qualifies it for me to be different than a pig. I don't care.
Also, that would also be true
All
of the pig.
newborns.
Exactly. You
all
just eat
newborns-
certain sentient beings. That's just crazy.
Yes, I do. All newborns.
Yeah, so
are
what's
just
wrong with eating a child?
Don't say wow. If anyone that just said wow, I really hope you're a fucking
Yeah.
I really
It's insane that you eat sentient beings, but you say you're morally considering sentient beings. That's weird. Yeah.
Addiction.
Sentient humans. Sentient human
So
beings.
what's the trait distinction?
They're different. And I gave you that.
You're different. It's just making a question.
And I literally gave you multiple.
So goes away. Can you eat that?
So if she's saying that she only values like human sentience, right?
That doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's just.
Let's say hypothetically, like Superman came down and his wife was a Kryptonian, right? And she got pregnant. And she gave birth to this child. Would you give it moral consideration?
Is it sentient?
Yes,
Is
highly
it
disabled.
sentient?
No, highly disabled. Extremely highly disabled, so it won't have any traits different than an animal.
It's a great thing that Superman doesn't exist, right?
Ask you that.
That's a pig.
That is a dodge. I'm not
Would it be
answering
okay?
the
Would
question
it be
about
okay for them to
DC
eat that?
universe? Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, would it be okay for them to eat that?
To eat what? The Kryptonian child?
Highly disabled Kryptonian child.
I'm not answering questions about the DC fucking
That's a
universe.
dodge.
That is. I am absolutely sure. I'm absolutely dodging that.
At this point, I don't think you value sentence.
You can say that, but like I said, we went through over an hour conversation where it was just.
Would you eat a
No,
sentient?
you never justified it the whole time. You tried to.
You disagreed. You disagreed. I gave my argument on how it was just fine to me. You just disagreed. I do.
Would you eat?
I do. I do.
Why doesn't this?
You're asking me the same question over and over. You don't like my answer, and that's fine. But you're just asking over and over. And you're interrupting. And you're interrupting. And
That's so I said.
I don't give a shit.
To understand, Abby, is this, right? Is that if you're saying that sentience is unnecessary in order
Human, you can use
consideration, then you sit down and eat something sentient, right? Or that was previously sentient, right? This is weirdo ass behavior. Because how do you value this if you're willing to unalive it for your pleasure?
That's right.
Yeah.
Your pleasure.
That's right.
Yeah. What's so special about being human?
like I purpose.
Yeah, what's so special about being human?
I've already explained. I'm not doing a circular thing. If we're gonna die on this hill, you can just continue to the people down below because I've answered. If you don't like my answer, that's fine. But you asked me 10 times. 3 of you asked me
That's fine.
10 times. It does not change my
We get it. So
No,
we
you
just
clearly
accept.
don't.
Yeah, we did. We get it. Watch this. We get it. We accept the dodge.
Now, why are you disputing me? So, I'm never speaking until you guys. I don't talk to you.
Wait. You said, why are you getting mass muted? It only happened when I
No,
got
it didn't. It happened like 7 times before.
What the hell?
It happened like 7 times before. Unless that wasn't you and that was someone else. It's my bad.
Well, obviously.
It was
But
happening before.
we can move on to them. You dodged.
But dude, shut the fuck up. You're like insanely annoying. You've been annoying the whole time. You're stupid interrupting. So you from the jump, you were annoying from the jump. I had to tell you to stop interrupting.
You've not given the first justification.
You base yours off of a fucking Bible. What are you talking about? You said that. You literally said that.
I never said that.
You said you base it off of religion. You cannot have morality without religion. That is exactly what you said. You base yours off of a book. Deny science. Deny science. You base it off of a book. I never said that.
Yes.
Why starts relationships all in a second? I see what you're talking about.
More consideration to sentience, right? But can you go over there and unalive that thing for my pleasure because it's tasty, okay? And I'm gonna swallow it down while I'm eating it for W.
Sentience is necessary for moral consideration, but I also eat them.
This is why I'm getting frustrated because I said multiple. You guys just are like agreeing or something.
That's just an idiot.
I said human multiple times. I gave you
And that's giving me the reason why.
You keep interrupting.
This is a common tactic of the stupid rotations.
Okay, excuse me, may I?
Hold on, Dee. Hold on.
Yeah, dang.
Is that, Dang was here first, but what I'm trying to say, though, is, I mean, she also unalived on the hill. She said it straight up in front of all of us, that you could unalive the baby born in and straight up. And I said, that's infanticide. She said, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
She didn't have a good argument. She just wanted to stick a pen in it. Oh, that's something I should think about. Stick a pen in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? The same thing that you brought, we brought. It just got to the point where we're just, okay, you know, we moved on for the sake of the conversation. Don't worry, Tone. You trained me pretty well.
But, yeah, I guess we can move on now. Dang Truth, are you there?
Yes, I am.
What's your name?
I'm 22.
Okay, are you pro-choice or pro-life?
Pro-choice personally.
Okay, well, give us your justification for abortion.
Of course. I believe abortion from a sociological standpoint. I understand the biological standpoint. But there's a 2 points. Let me explain it. From a sociological standpoint, I understand why we have abortion. Specifically because of rape and sexual assault and stuff like that. I understand why we have abortion. But I also do think we have to restrict. We have to have a restrictive laws on abortion. Specifically, so people don't ever use it for if someone gets pregnant, that's 30 or something, and they don't want it, they don't want to use it. You know, from a biological why people because of from a biological standpoint, they are sentience which is not proven, but I'm going to speak about the psychological of consciousness. Most hydraulic just to the level that humans have. There are some animals that do have to the level of human consciousness.
Not in a moment, though.
Animals or stuff like that. But from a brain and neurochemical standpoint, and neurodevelopmental standpoint, brain plasticity standpoint, it actually has been shown consciousness, not from a spiritual standpoint, but from a neurochemical standpoint. We have a bunch of MRIs, a bunch of brain scans to prove that. So why I am from a sociological standpoint of why just from these women. But I understand also the other side of it, of why it's not as valued, why people don't want it from a biological and psychological standpoint.
So, just to be clear, I don't know, Jordan, do you want to take this?
I'm never down for long.
Yeah, I mean, was that supposed to be like motivating reasonings to accept the pro-choice view? Because so far what you've given me is natural facts about the law, which can be useful when it comes to deriving normative claims from these things, but you have yet to do that. So okay, we get it. You've made the claims that humans have this higher level of consciousness and stuff, but abortion.
I'm hit!
Induce PTSD of grave and stuff like that. It has been shown from a bunch of psychological studies. If you want to look at those studies, I can get them for you. That when someone has been raped and has to conceive the child of the rapist, they actually have a higher level of abusive and innocence that child of the rapist. So it's been shown my reasoning of abortion is to protect child abuse, but also to protect the victims, so they don't have to go
They have the
through
same
any more
information.
traumatic events, specifically of that experience. Other than specifically grave and crime-based abortions, I completely agree with that. Other than that specifically, and also I want to point out, other than that specifically, in teenage abortions,
I've got another worse scrapes, huh?
Yeah, that's
Dropping mags!
yeah, it's not pro-choice.
Yeah, so like, usually we were talking about these two terms.
Friendly stealth bomber inbound.
The majority of people that like discussing when it comes to ethics. We're talking about pro-choice, meaning that like the majority of
Enemy UAV active.
Watch out, the majority of abortions are immoral action. So
For me, get your definition correct so we can get our definition correct. If you're believing that pro-choice is that you believe that abortions should just completely be there, if your definition of pro-choice.
yes.
Stop!
The semantics I use is pro-choice just means simply that you think the majority of abortions are either a moral action, like an amoral action, it's like morally neutral, or the majority of abortions are immoral.
That is a completely different definition than I use, what most different studies use. Choice, at least from the definition I refers to the belief that individuals, particularly pregnant people, should have the right to make their own decisions about pregnancy and abortion without government or external interference. It emphasizes bodily autonomy, reproductive freedom, and personal privacy. I want to bring this up because I do have a point after this. So, the reason I say I call myself pro-choice is I see both sides. I am more at the point of I do agree with abortion. From a lot of standpoints, I do agree with abortion, that we need abortion. I do agree that we should have abortions. I do agree that abortion needs to be there. I also understand the other side from a biological and sociological and neurological standpoint of why people do not want abortions. The reason I call myself pro-choice is because I believe that the government and the healthcare and people's healthcare and abilities to make their own decisions.
Nothing stop!
You don't think that, I think medical ethics is
medical ethics is, again, where I study from. Medical ethics is to keep the patient in the most productive, healthy, and stable and safe area of either hospital or. It's not to dictate what you do.
so
Education for wrongdoings towards patients.
exactly. That would be definitely the legal system, like interfering, quote unquote, under your semantics with like day-to-day medical practices. But regardless, do you have any motivating reasons as to why, like in the average case of pregnancy, like a healthy mother, healthy fetus, like consenting intercourse with two adults, do you have any justifications for why an abortion would be okay in like that instance?
Yes, of course. My justification for abortions in those cases is actually a sociological standpoint. I actually took a class on marriage and family, and which when we were talking about abortion specifically, she brought up the fact of there's a lot of people, a lot of older and mid-20s, not all these, mid-20s to late 30s,
increased levels of postpartum depression or increased levels of aggression towards children. So there is, of course, coming from strictly research-based research, the evidence and case maybe abortion is the best thing to do for these specific cases.
Okay, so
I apologize for jumping over.
so the abortion is the case because an individual in this situation simply doesn't want a child, right?
Yes, because it could induce financial depression.
Right. So, do you have any particular cutoffs, if any, in regards to when an individual should be able to get like a lethal
Wait a minute.
abortion?
Of course, cutoffs. I think again, it's up to the person. I'd rather not dictate what age someone should cut off their should cut off or cut off for abortion.
Yeah, but presumably you think there should be one. Do you have a theory as to like how we would figure out where the cutoff would be generically? Just asking for your specific.
No, I said this one.
But it was
Team deathmatch. All hostiles on site need to be eliminated.
It sounds like you don't even have a position.
You haven't. I don't mean to interrupt you, but you
Tactical
haven't
out.
heard any of my conversation. Please do not interrupt. Sorry. Really not. I'm just giving research space and asking questions.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, but I mean, I think we finally come to the delineation as to
Tossing tactical.
find out whether it makes sense. So, like, so do you think, for whatever reason you just said, because of
Switching mags.
consequences that can follow that? Would you say that this is an okay action to do throughout the entirety of gestation? Would you say that there's a cutoff that you could, even like intuitively?
There we go.
You being cut off by a child's age count or by the mother's age count? No, that can be
Tactical out.
Do you have any cutoffs within gestation as to what you can say with like these other things I have operating in the background? It would be okay because of X reasoning.
Tossing tactical.
Just sniper camping central.
Question, and I'm not trying to like go in circles.
Tactical out.
What is your specific question?
So is there gestation of the abortion would be wrong?
Give me one moment. I want to give you some research, and I don't want to just speak out loud. So give me one moment. Let me get some research.
Well, the thing, I mean, research is going to be wrong.
Changing mags.
Exactly.
Those are going to be through your like ethical views. So
I'm essentially asking you, well, how do you think it should be?
That's right.
Not what everybody else thinks, or what you think for a stipulated factor against abortion.
Yeah, we're not
pleading.
We're not pleading celibacy or any of those kind of things. We're talking about what more like.
Yeah, so like the next.
Friendly cluster mine
Jordan
planted.
handle it. I think Jordan can articulate
Friendly
this.
Guardian inbound.
Well, I was going to say
You're
like.
asking what? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm going to do a little more research because I didn't understand what you meant by gestation because I used to do a lot of biology.
So I'm asking when you think. I'm asking you during the entire 9 months of pregnancy.
Come on.
Yeah, it's. I would have to say if it's closer to the conception date. So specifically, if it's closer to the 9 months, it means that it doesn't need to happen. I have a couple of like biological things I can bring up, but it doesn't seem like I really want any of them.
I'm all here.
But I believe that if it's closer to the 9 months of second conception,
Tossing tactical. I'm hit.
They spawned nearly right there.
Hostile mosquito is online.
Tactical out.
This may mean closer to conception, closer to when the baby is being born, closer to
I was literally stuck. I couldn't move. Matt, I hate high rise. Because it's a sniper-friendly map.
Tossing tactical.
You just can't.
Friendly Guardian online.
I say specifically the end of
Taking fire. Almost got me. Almost. Loading fresh mag. There we go. Fading fast here.
Friendly cluster mine deployed.
He's everything else. Elevation.
I'm over here. I'm getting lit up. Tactical out.
We've taken the lead.
Changing mags.
Friendly Overwatch Helo inbound. Friendly UAV on station.
Freaking campers. That's why this map is covered.
Taking fire. Switching mags.
You're halfway to mission complete. Finish it.
There we go. We're on the same side. Loading fresh mag. Tossing tactical.
Friendly UAV online. Friendly Guardian inbound.
Oh, trigger fire. I'm hit.
Friendly cluster mine
Changing
planted.
Why does that happen?
Loading fresh mag. Ammo here.
Friendly cruise missile deployed.
Tactical out.
So basically,
Getting lit up.
Friendly UAV on.
Switching mags.
So it's maybe if the baby inside the room can feel pain, can feel fear.
See, that's the thing. Why?
And they can feel these things.
Tossing tactical.
They can experience life. They can experience things. That specifically is why I say
Hostiles deployed a mosquito.
they experience before that. They cannot experience any of those things.
Changing mags.
Friendly SAE inbound. Hostiles launched a cruise missile.
Taking fire.
Also, Jordan, if I may add, we can also emulate and what about a baby that has a condition.
Friendly cruise missile
Tactical
approaching
launch.
target.
So we keep that on.
she's insane.
Marker field upgrade.
Tossing tactical.
If you're less specifically talking about the specific person,
You got cocky, and now you're dead.
Hostile UAV in the area. 10 seconds remaining.
Let me finish.
That's really you.
We've secured the field. Mission accomplished.
So we can take the individuals in comas that don't have experiences and use those safe zones. And if you say it's wrong alive, then you would necessarily have special things to try and see for your stance taking still is right.
So what you're saying is, if someone doesn't have, if you're trying to get me to say, if someone doesn't have in a coma, doesn't have, can't experience pain or fear, then we should lock down one of them. And I agree and disagree at 2 points. And with the I agree and disagree. One, I understand where you're coming from, because if someone is in a coma, they can't experience, fear or pain, and that goes against my point of, well, they can't experience fear or pain. And when before they find 6 points, I understand that that's what you're trying to get at. But there's no point here. There's two different things. When a child is in the womb before the 5 or 6 months point, they do not have consciousness. While when someone's outside of an coma, they still get full consciousness. They still can make memories. They still can think exactly. Let me finish. I do not let me interrupt it. Please let me finish, because I'm something back. What you're saying is not true. Let me finish, please. I haven't been able to finish. Thank you. Yes. When someone's in a coma, they can experience, and we have had multiple different studies show, and brain scans show that the brain is actually being.
Very small percentage.
Can you give me any data that to this
Percentage.
Wait a minute, hold on for a second.
Maybe this will get the conversation back on track, right? So you're saying that based on the fact that the entity can't experience pains, that it's okay to harm it.
Okay, well, before we do that, we can just okay. You can say this.
So is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
Team
The
deathmatch.
thing is, we can
Destroy the enemy.
Is this Jordan, right? Let's say we have this non-sentient fetus in the womb, right?
Move!
And let's say the mother, right, one fingers. Would you say that this would be the type of thing that's morally permissible because it can't experience in it?
You asked me a question again. I'm sorry. I was reading something, so I can get more data.
We could have the non-sentient fetus, right? You can experience being unalive. Yes. Let's say we have a fetus, right? Prior to consciousness, right? And the mother just wanted to just snip off its pinky finger really quick, right?
Okay.
You say that this would be morally permissible?
I say that's probably impossible, but sure, we can talk about this. It would be morally permissible because of the fact of the fetus cannot experience pain, is not conscious, and cannot experience fear.
Why is that the determining factor that puts it at just
because I understand, but let me finish. Because
I keep getting to this because the brain, specifically in the hippocampus and the thalamus, it induces like all the areas. So I'm using this as an example of saying if our brain is active, specifically during where you can cause pain and fear, then it is active. It's
Okay, why?
Even if you,
I want to go back to this
hold on, if I could, this will answer if she's consistent. Like, okay, again, the born individual in a coma that can't. Let's put this. Very recent born person in a coma that isn't experiencing anything, pain, fear, pleasure, whatever you want to call it, no experience. Would it be okay to unalive this individual?
no.
UAV standing by.
Requesting recon flyover.
If we're killing someone, y'all are saying that they do not have consciousness, then yes, it's morally acceptable. So the next
Mastermind detected. Hostile UAV in the area.
please let me finish. And they wouldn't experience pain or any other physical.
It'll be okay. Right? This individual is well.
Dropping ammo.
Sorry, I was trying to mute. No, because and you know, finish please let me finish. Respectful, let me finish, please. Thank you. Because raping and murdering and unaliving someone is completely different. There is a thing, and I want to there's a thing. Took a shot. Science and biology and
what do you think the science? We're not having a science.
Hostiles deploy their mosquito.
I'll say one last thing. One second,
Christian, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
I'll say one last thing. I'll say one last thing and then I'll stop yapping. So,
You're halfway to mission complete.
The conclusion is, if we do have a stance on the table that allows us to unalive homes that will wake up in the future, and that's grounds enough to reject your complete.
Exactly.
Okay, get back.
That's
that allows for us to take parts off of non-sentient fetuses in the womb, yo.
yeah. I mean.
Charging back.
Hold on for a second, right? So let's say hypothetically,
Time is half
right?
over. Maintain
Before
your
the entity became sentient, right? Every day, the mother just wanted to take off a finger, a
Hostile
toe,
mosquito is
a
online.
ear, or whatever, until this child became sentient or conscious. Would you say that this would be morally permissible
I don't
to
forget.
do?
Swapping
you
back.
asked that question a little bit.
Took a shot.
So you can cut off.
Let's say, okay, remember how we said the mother wanted to snap
Need recon overhead.
the
orbiting the AO.
entity's finger off, right? Let's say did this, right?
Throwing something.
Consistently. Take a finger,
UAV on
toe,
station.
an ear. This for like, let's say,
I've got another worse script.
every day before the entity became sentient. Would you think that this would be morally permissible because this fetus couldn't feel it?
Okay, so
Shut
can I
down,
ask
down.
a
Grenade, move.
question before I answer your question? Is the fetus carried into the world, or is the fetus inside of the womb?
Would it matter
Throwing
where
something.
It does matter. It's completely important.
Here we go.
And please answer.
Mel.
Because if you're doing that, it's actually leading to the location of where this entity is.
Exactly.
The fact that it's
Happy to step in. Good shot. Aim for the enemy.
Just saying is we can
Requesting recon
dismember
flyover.
it, right?
Copy.
Systematically and
Just it up.
but what you're saying, where is it located at, right?
Because if it's inside of the firstly, that's biologically
I've been
impossible.
told I'm hard to kill. Requesting close air.
Yes, it is.
So you're saying they'll do fetal search?
I keep getting interrupted.
That makes sense.
Get back. I'm never down for long. Dropping ammo. What's your fire? Loading.
Hold on. Oh, wait.
Thank you. So the reason it's different morally is because I did not go to med school. Neurology is psychological. It's different. And from a law standpoint, it's different as well. Firstly, let's talk about the inside.
The mission is complete. Good work.
So firstly, because the fact that basically 4 to 5, 6 months, they cannot control anything. And if the mother decides to, abort the baby, then they won't experience anything. If the mother then goes, because there's 2 points of this, if the mother then goes to give the baby, then it will be morally wrong because of the fact that then the child, if the child knows what happens, and if there's a story behind it, like, oh, well, I just want to do this because I'm a mean person or I'm an evil person, then the child would have a different, more mental and psychological source. We're not going to go into that too. Now, if it's outside the room, then this is outside as child abuse. And that's why I think it's morally ethically different, because if it's outside the room, then legally,
continue to monologue. Hold on for a second, right? If it has no consciousness, right, and it gets no moral consideration, how the fuck is it child abuse?
Exactly.
How the fuck is it? If you're insinuating this is child abuse, that would mean that you're giving this non-conscious entity some type of moral consideration and making it.
Okay. Let me finish. Do you mind if I finish? Thank you.
You've already made like.
Answer. I apologize. I'm starting to get a little bit rude. I'm so sorry. So the reason I bring this up, and the reason I say this, is because there's really difference. When you come to the world, you have consciousness.
No, you don't.
When you come to the world, you have consciousness. Every human being, even if they are common, has consciousness. I study this.
It's gonna arrive. You just can't search for it. She come on up. Yeah. Memory is my girl. You're talking to. She's not a bot. She just doesn't put her picture on the internet. Why don't you come up and stop being a bitch? Rada. Like this just means like points and then their corrections afterwards. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. So she just needs to finish. So I have to finish her.
Team deathmatch.
Looks like wet work.
All operatives, you're clear to engage.
You know that.
Tactical out!
We have specific theories that actually brought this up
Tactical out!
to explain some things to you.
Getting lit up! Tossing tactical!
I don't need this reading. It's easy to tell me it's difference.
Tactical out!
Yes.
Shit, that's so beta waves, but also
Taking fire! Loading fresh back! Now we're even.
Wait till I'm just
Requesting recon at my location.
Same thing is it's always conscious.
Yeah. Like, that's stupid. That's just bad. Yeah, we can also. The brain and the
Tactical out.
UAV in the air. Enemy UAV.
Shooting it off. That's going to be thinking gas. Taking fire. Tossing tactical.
Conversation, you keep bringing up these things like law, and you keep appealing to sources and things that sort of control. These are just going to be police legality, police location, police to authority. You've been doing all of these are all facts. So if you need to stop.
Tossing tactical.
Okay, so yeah, so they took authority and just say, well, this source or this person that knows what it means said this, therefore to use that in some type of normative speech. Yeah, that's a way to authority. You can do that for sources like, you know, an entire website or something. Yeah. Pleas to legality is just saying that if it is the case that this is in law, then this means that it's right. Well, obviously, you don't do that because people are going to say that, hey, here, you know, if this is in law, it's right. It pretty much just spits out because if it were the case, you know, everywhere this ban abortions, we'd probably be like, oh, this is still. Wait, well, let's not do that. So yeah, so pretty much do that. Inaction is okay if that's crazy. Because we could put this in any other type of scenario, like let's say, if it were the case of this said that there was a place here, but if you snap once or 1 inch out of the place and break somebody, that is wrong. Obviously, rape, some flicker is just wrong. So, and then this special pleading to pregnancy. That's just pretty much the same thing as I said. You know, just like, you know, rape. That's just but we know what the actions of it. So please don't commit any more of these. Please don't also commit as much so this is what Jordan was trying to tell you about. So you're using fields and you're trying to come to a normative law of these type of things. So you're just saying that, well, this will be like this. Give babies, information that's a national right that our public level statement saying that, hey, you know, they have children. Yeah, we understand. That doesn't automatically drive you to the conclusion that they should be able to unalive those children. So that's an is automatic. And you just kept doing that with these neurological things. You can value conscience. I don't care. But when it comes down to you using these studies and saying like, well, this here automatically, therefore that. No, that doesn't work. So that's just the erotic.
So do you mind if I say something after that? I don't mean to interrupt you, Jordan, but do you mind if I say something after that? No, I'm so sorry. There is a reason why I say this, and that's because every scientific study and every scientific research is that
You say I don't know how to decide things, I don't know how to speak about things. I've written some book and research. I studied social psychology, and that's the work that I was able to.
I see.
Now, in simple terms for you, okay? So, this would be a formative, ethical conversation, right? So,